Welcome to the channel. I trust that you're doing well. In this video, I'm going to do a step-by-step beginner tutorial on how to use Kucoin and trade on the Kucoin spot market. If you're looking to learn how to trade futures on Kucoin, I'm making a separate tutorial for that. And when that's done, I'll leave a link for that video in the description down below for anyone that might find that helpful. In this video, I'll show you how to get started on Kucoin, where to go if you want to buy crypto using fiat, how to deposit crypto onto the Kucoin platform. From there, we'll go over the security settings and I'll show you how to set up an extra layer of security on your account. After that, we'll take a look at the different market types and pairings. Then I'll get you familiar with the user interface, where I'll show you how to place trades using market orders, limit orders, and how to set up some stop losses. All of that and more with some tips and tricks along the way. If this is your first time signing up on Kucoin, I've left a link for you in the description of this video, as well as in the pinned comment down below. Kucoin is often running promotions for people who are signing up for the first time, so feel free to use that link to find out if there's a promotion available for you. This video is also not a sponsored video, and this video is not financial advice. This video is for educational purposes only. I also left you some timestamps in the description down below, so at any point, feel free to skip ahead to a section that might be most relevant to you. If you end up getting some value out of this video, don't forget to leave me a like and hit subscribe. Let's get into the video. If you click my link in the description of this video or in the pinned comment down below, that'll bring you over to this page here. Over here on the left-hand side, you'll be able to see the promotion that you're eligible for. You'll also see right here that you'll save 5% on all your trading fees permanently. Towards the end of this tutorial, I'll show you how you can save an additional 20% on your trading fees. If you come directly to Kucoin.com, you'll find the sign up button right up here at the top right hand side of the screen. Just give that a click, and that'll bring you over to this page here. And you can sign up using your email, or you can use a phone number. Simply choose the option that makes the most sense for you. Put in your details, agree to the terms, and then click on sign up to create your account. Once you sign up and sign into Kucoin, you should arrive here on your assets overview page, where you can see an overview of your main account, your trading account, bot account, as well as your financial account. If you didn't end up on this page for some reason, you can get here by simply coming up here to your assets and then click right here up at the top, and that'll bring you to your assets overview. Once you create your account, it's a good idea to visit your security settings page and add an extra layer of security to your account, such as Google Authenticator. To bind Google Authenticator, come up here to the top right hand side of the screen and hover over your profile icon. In this drop down menu, click on Account Security. This will bring you over to your security settings. And right here, you can find Google Verification. If you haven't already downloaded the app, you can get it for free on the Apple App Store or the Google Play Store. Simply download the app and open it up. Then come over here on the right hand side and click on Bind. On this page here, you'll have to get Kucoin to send you a 6-digit verification code in your email. Simply click right here to get the code sent. Then retrieve the 6-digit code from your email. Type that code in, and that'll bring you over here to the next step. Here's where you'll find your Google QR code and keys. The easiest way is to scan your QR code. So open up your Google Authenticator app. Down at the bottom right hand side, you'll find a little plus sign. Tap on that. Then you'll have two options: scan a QR code or enter a setup key. The easiest way is scanning a QR code. So tap on scan a QR code, then hold your phone up to your screen and scan your QR code inside your security settings page. If for whatever reason you can't scan a QR code, you can tap enter a setup key. Then you can put in your setup key located next to your QR code. Once you've added Kucoin to your Google Authenticator app, come down here and type in the 6-digit code inside your Google Authenticator app and then click on Activate. Then you'll have successfully bound Google Authenticator to Kucoin. Also, don't forget to write down your Google keys, which is your key that is located next to your QR code. You can use that code to recover your account in the event that your phone is lost, stolen, or broken. Just make sure that you write your code down in a safe place and don't let anyone get their hands on that. Now let's head back up here to the security settings. And the next thing I like to do is I like to add an email anti-phishing code, which can be found right down here. This will be a code that's attached to all the emails you receive from Kucoin. That way you can verify that they're official emails and not some scammer trying to fish for information. So to configure this, we'll come over here on the right hand side, we'll click on Configure. On this page here, we'll click on Configure once again, then come up with an anti-phishing code. Then click on Submit. Now when we come back up here to our security settings and we come down here to email anti-phishing code, you'll see we have a green check that we've set our code. When Kucoin emails you, that code is going to be present on all your emails. Now you can use Kucoin without doing KYC verification, but the services are going to be a bit limited. For example, you won't be able to deposit any fiat onto Kucoin. So if you're going to be using Kucoin as a fiat gateway, you'll need to get verified. And to do that, we'd come up here to our profile icon, top right hand side, and in this drop down menu, click right here where it says identity verification. On this page here, you can quickly compare between basic features as well as advanced features. So you'll notice down below the basic features, you can withdraw 1 Bitcoin per day. You can do $2,000 worth of P2P trading, but you can see here that fiat deposits are unavailable. Under the advanced features, you can withdraw up to 200 Bitcoin per day. You can do $500,000 worth of P2P trading, and fiat deposits are available. So if you're going to be using Kucoin as a fiat gateway, you'll need to proceed to the verification process by simply clicking right here where it says verify. Then Kucoin will give you a little pop-up window, and they suggest that you use the app for faster and more convenient verification with a higher pass rate. So if you don't already have the app downloaded and installed, you can scan the QR code on the left to download the app. Then once it's downloaded and installed, you can go ahead and scan the QR code on the right, and that will begin the verification process for you. If you want to proceed with your browser, you just come down here and click where it says continue in browser. On this page here, select the government document that you wish to submit for the verification, and then choose the country that issued those documents. Once you select the document, click on continue to start the verification process. You'll have to either take a photo, scan, or upload the document throughout this process. So if you need to get verified, now's a good time to pause the video, get verified, and I'll see you on the next step. If you choose to verify your account by going through KYC and you want to buy some crypto, you can do that by clicking on this buy button right here on your assets overview page. And alternatively, you can come up here where it says buy crypto and select an option from this drop down menu. You can do fast trade, P2P, third party, as well as fiat deposit. If you want to deposit some fiat onto account, just click right here. That'll bring you over to this page where you can select the currency that you wish to deposit. So we can give this a click and you'll see the different fiat currencies that you can deposit onto account. Down below, you'll be able to find your payment methods, and Kucoin will likely be showing you the payment methods that are available to you. And this will depend on your local government regulations. Different governments around the world are going to have different regulations, and depending on those regulations will determine what payment methods are available to you. Just simply click on the payment method you wish to use and then proceed from there. You can also come up here to buy crypto, and you can use the fast trade option as well. If you give that a click, that'll bring you over to this page here where you can type in how much you wish to spend. So we could do something like this. And if you want to change the fiat currency that you're spending with, you just click right here, select the currency from this drop down menu. I'll just leave this on USD. Down below, you can select the crypto that you wish to receive. So you can see I'm currently set to Tether, but if we want to change that, we'd give this a click, then select the crypto from this drop down menu that you wish to purchase. From here, you can pay with a Visa MasterCard. Or if we give this a click, you can view the different options. If you want to add a card to your account, you'd click right here to add your card, or you can come down here and use a third party. So if we were to give this a click here, we can see that we've toggled this over to a third party option. From here, we would just click on buy USDT. Then on this page here, just simply choose the third party payment provider that you wish to use. These are all perfectly fine, but I do find the fees to be quite high. You can see that for Simplex here, we'd be receiving 93 Tether for a $100 spend. You can see Banxa here would only be getting you 92 Tether for a $100 spend. In some countries, you'll also have access to bank transfers right here. Simply choose on the payment method that you're going to be using, then click on confirm to proceed to the next steps. If you prefer not to do KYC and you just want to use Kucoin as an unverified user, you can deposit some crypto by coming up here where it says assets. Then right down here at the bottom, click where it says deposit. And this will bring you over to the deposit form. The first thing we need to do is select the coin that we wish to send into Kucoin. We can do that by clicking right here. So in my case, where it says Tether, then you can select the coin from this menu here, or you can search for it in the search bar. I'll just go ahead and do Ethereum. Once you find the coin you want to deposit, just simply click on it. Next, you'll need to select a network. So to do that, we'll click on this box right here, and then Kucoin will give us a pop-up window with the available networks. As you can see, at the time of recording, the Tron network, Arbitrum, and Optimism network are currently unavailable, which is unfortunate because you do pay quite a bit less in fees versus the ERC20 network. But maybe by the time you're watching this video, these networks will be back online. The main thing here is make sure that the network matches on both sides of this transaction. You don't want to send from one network into another network. You do risk losing your coins forever if you do that. So for this demonstration, I'll just go ahead and use the ERC20 network. Then Kucoin will be displaying your deposit address down below. And just to the right of that, you'll find a little icon here. If you hover over top of it, you'll get a QR code. So if you're sending in from your smartphone, you can just simply scan that QR code to get this done. For this demonstration, I'll just go ahead and use this button right here to copy my address. And I'll go ahead and send some Ethereum into Kucoin from Coinbase. I'll quickly drag that into frame. Just like so. Then I'm going to go ahead and paste my Kucoin deposit address right here. And I'll go ahead and just send in all of it. Then I'm going to click on continue. And right here, you can see Ethereum is selected for network. So this is going to match on both sides of this transaction. If I was using a different network on the Kucoin side of things, I would click right here. And then I would select the correct network from here. You can see Arbitrum right here, but on Kucoin, that's currently unavailable. So I'm going to be sticking to the ERC20 network. I understand. And I'm going to go ahead and send that over. And the Ethereum's on its way. And now I wait for the Ethereum to show up. So I'm going to quickly pause this video and I'll come back once that arrives on Kucoin. Now we can see down below that this deposit is now in progress. It's 23 out of 64. So once this is all confirmed, this Ethereum will be available for me to trade on Kucoin. Now, quick tip with this. If it's ever your first time sending from one exchange to another or sending into a hardware wallet, whatever the case might be, always send a small amount first, just to make sure you have the correct network, the correct deposit addresses. And then once that smaller transaction goes through successfully, you can have the confidence to send larger amounts. Now the status of this deposit is completed. So to find the Ethereum that I just sent into Kucoin, what we'll do is we'll come up here to assets. Then from this drop down menu, we'll click on main account. Now, as you can see right at the top, here's the Ethereum that I just sent in. Before we do any trading on the spot market, we'll need to transfer the funds from our main account into our trading account. And to do that, we'll just click right here where it says transfer. In this pop-up window here, you can see that we're transferring from main account over to the trading account. So what we'll do is we'll choose the coin we wish to transfer. So in my case, I have Ethereum, so I'll just go ahead and search for it like so. Here it is right here, so I'll click on that. Right here, we can transfer a custom amount, or you can click on your available balance right here to send it all in. Then just click on confirm. Now, as you can see, we've transferred the funds from the main account into the trading account. Now we're ready to trade on the spot market. Now we're ready to trade on the spot market. If you want to find all the different pairings, you can come up here and click on markets. And if you want to go straight to the spot market, you can hover over trade, and then you can click here where it says spot trading, and that'll take you to the trading user interface. But let's quickly cover the pairings. So I'll go ahead and click on markets. At the top of the screen here, we'll click where it says spot. And here's where we'll find all the different spot pairings on Kucoin. Up here at the top, we can find the different market types. Now, as you can see, I'm currently set to BTC. That means all these pairings displayed down below are quoted in Bitcoin. If I sold a coin using these pairings, I'd receive Bitcoin for the sale. And if I wanted to buy a coin using these pairings, I'd need Bitcoin to make the purchase. If I was to click right here where it says USD, here's where we can find all the stablecoin pairings. So if I click right here where it says USDT, this means all these pairings displayed down below are quoted in Tether. If I sold a coin using these pairings, I'd receive Tether for the sale. And if I want to buy a coin using these pairings, I'd need Tether to make the purchase. Simply choose the market type and then the pairing that you wish to trade. So in my case here, I'll go ahead and just do ETH versus Tether. So I'll come over here on the right hand side and I'll click on trade. And this will bring us into the trading user interface. From here, we can also change the pairing by coming up here where it says ETH versus USDT. Give that a click. And right here on the left-hand side, you'll find your different market types. So we'll go ahead and click on USD. And then we'll find the pairings right here in this box. You can also search for a pairing in the search bar right here, and then just click on the market type and the pairing that you wish to trade. Right here, you have your price action chart, and this is showing you the asset's performance over a selected time frame. And you'll find your time frames just up here at the top left-hand side of the chart. And you can see that I'm currently set to a 4-hour. This means that each one of these candlesticks represents 4 hours of time. If you want to change the time frame, just simply click on the time frame you wish to view. So if we wanted a daily, we'd click right here. Now we've toggled the chart into a daily chart. So each one of these candlesticks now represents 1 day of time. You can find additional time frames right up here if you hover over this little triangle, give it a click. It'll become a drop-down menu with additional time frames. You can also add or remove time frames from your favorites by simply checking or unchecking the star next to the time frame you wish to add or remove. For example, let's go ahead and get rid of the 1 minute, and we'll get rid of the 3 minute as well. Now, as you can see, I just removed them from my favorite time frames. This chart is powered by TradingView. This means you'll have access to some drawing tools as well as some basic TradingView indicators. You'll notice your drawing tools over here on the left-hand side of the chart, and you can hide them if you want by clicking on this little arrow here. And if you want to reveal them, click on that arrow again, and the drawing tools are back. Beside each drawing tool is another tiny little arrow. If you give that a click, it'll expand into a drop-down menu where you can find additional drawing tools. You can also build a tab of your favorite drawing tools by simply highlighting the star next to the drawing tool you wish to add. So for example, we can add a trend line. Let's go ahead and add a horizontal like so. We'll come down here. Let's do a Fibonacci retracement. So we'll click the star beside that. Then let's go ahead and add a brush like so, and maybe even a rectangle. Good enough for this demonstration. Now you can see I've built a little tab of some of my favorite drawing tools, and we can drag this anywhere on the chart that we want it. If you'd like to add an indicator to the chart, just come right up here to this little icon here, give it a click, and here's where you'll find all the indicators that you can add to the chart. If there's something specific that you're looking for, you can search for it in the search bar here. So if we want a relative strength index, we could type in RSI, and then we'll go ahead and click on the relative strength index. I'll close this out, and as you can see, we added the RSI to the bottom of the chart. If we want to get rid of the RSI, we just come over here and click this little X, and as you can see, I removed it from the chart. You'll also notice that Kucoin adds some moving averages to your chart by default. That's these little lines right here. Those are showing you the average price movement over a selected amount of candles. For example, if we come up here to the top left-hand side of the chart, you'll see that the first one here is a 5-period moving average. So that's showing you the average price movement over the last 5 candles. You have a 10-period down below that one, and you have a 30-period below that. And that's showing you the average price movement over the last 30 candles. If you want to hide these from your chart, you can just click this little eye icon like so to hide them. And if you want to get rid of them altogether, you can just click this X to remove them. If you want to adjust their inputs and settings, just click this little settings wheel in the middle here. So let's go ahead and change the 5-period. I do like 100 periods, so let's go ahead and put that into length. Then we'll go ahead and click on OK. Now, as you can see, I just adjusted the 5 to a 100 period. So that's showing us the average price movement over the last 100 candles. And as you can see, that is a fairly relevant moving average for Bitcoin. You can see that Bitcoin found support on the 100 right here. You can see it was resistance back here. And you can see it served as resistance in this area as well as that area right there. So I do like to keep the 100 on my chart. When you're looking at a daily chart on Bitcoin, the 100 does come into play quite often. If you want to adjust the appearance of your chart, just right click on it, then come down here and click on properties. And here's where you can adjust its appearance. And I do like to change a few things around in here. So the first thing I like to do is come over here to background. Then I like to click on this little box right here and make that the darkest color possible, just like so. The next thing I like to do is hide the vertical grid lines as well as the horizontal grid lines. For my trading style, they're just not serving much of a purpose. So what we'll do is we'll click here on vertical grid lines. We'll slide that way. Then we'll do the same thing for the horizontal, and we'll get rid of the opacity just like that. Now feel free to come in here and change the settings, play around with them a little bit, get things looking the way that you like it. If at any point you adjust something and you just don't like the look of it and don't know how to fix it, just simply come down here where it says defaults, give it a click. And as you can see in the background, I just restored the defaults of the chart settings. But I'm going to go ahead and just switch that back like so. We'll get rid of the vertical lines again, horizontal, just like that. And then I'll click on OK. The next thing I like to do is just grab this little line between the volume and the chart itself, and I like to just drag that down a little bit like so. But certainly take your time, play around with this, and get it looking the way that you like it. When it comes to charting and technical analysis, I like to use TradingView directly. Let's quickly drag it into frame. Here on TradingView, you're going to have access to way more data, more indicators. You can backtest strategies, look at different exchanges. There's just so much more you can do with TradingView. And TradingView is free to use. You will get the odd little pop-up ad from time to time, and that can be a little bit distracting, but it does work perfectly fine. You can also try one of their paid plans for up to 30 days for free, so you can make an informed decision if TradingView is a good fit for you or not. So what I'll do is I'll leave a link for TradingView in the description down below as well as in the pinned comment. I also have a step-by-step beginner tutorial on how to set up and use TradingView. So I'll leave a link for that video down below in the description for anyone that might find that helpful. Next to the chart, you have your order book. And this is showing you where market participants have placed their buy and sell orders at. On the top of the order book here in red, you have what's known as the asks. And these are the price points that market participants have placed sell orders at. And they're doing that by placing limit orders. And I'll be demonstrating orders shortly in the tutorial here. Down below in green, you have what's known as the bids. These are the price points that market participants have placed buy orders at by placing limit orders. When a trader comes along and executes a market order, they're matched up with the best available price from the order book, and then the trade can be viewable over here in real time under the recent trades panel. The recent trades panel is showing you trades being executed in real time. All the buys are coming in green and all the sells are coming in red. When the market gets really volatile, you'll see this panel light up and you'll see a lot of activity in here. In the price column of recent trades, you can see the price point the successful trade was executed at, and in the amount column, you can see the size of the trade that went through. And down below is where you'll find your order panel, where you can be a buyer or a seller using limit orders, market orders, and you can set some stop losses. And I'll demonstrate all of these in this tutorial. You'll notice before you can begin any trading on the spot market, that Kucoin will be asking you to set up a trading password. And this is going to be a 6-digit PIN number. It's an extra layer of security on your account, and you'll have to put that PIN number in before you can begin your trading session. To set your trading password, just simply click right here where it says Set Trading Password. Then you'll be redirected over to this page here. From here, you'll need Kucoin to send you an email verification code. So just simply click right here. Then you'll receive an email with a verification code. Just simply type in the 6-digit code you receive in your email. Then click OK, then come up with the 6-digit PIN number. And click on Confirm. Then you'll be redirected to the security settings page. And if we come down here where it says Trading Password, you'll see that we have a green check that we've set our password. If at any point you want to change it, you just come over here on the right hand side and you'd click on change. Now let's go ahead and head back to the spot market by coming up here to where it says trade and then clicking on spot trading. Now when we come back down to the order panel, you'll see that we'll have to enter in that 6-digit trading password in order to unlock the order panel and begin trading on the spot market. Simply type it in and now you've unlocked the order panel and you're ready to trade. First, I'll demonstrate a market order. To place a market order, we'll come over here to the order panel and we'll toggle from limit over to market. Market orders are nice and easy to place, and they'll execute immediately at the best available price from the order book, whether you're buying an asset or selling. So in my case here, if I wanted to sell some Ethereum, I could come over here to the sell side of the order panel and I can see my available balance right here. So if I want to, I can type in a custom amount of the asset that I wish to sell. So I could do something like that. Or you can use one of these percentage options down below. If I was to click on 100%, I'd be selling all of my Ethereum immediately at the best available price from the order book. If I was to click on 75%, I'd be selling 75% of my Ethereum. Once you choose the amount of the asset that you wish to sell, you just simply click right here where it says sell. And as you can see, I just sold 75% of my Ethereum at the best available price off the order book immediately. And buying works the same. If I wanted to buy some Ethereum, I'd come over here. I can type in the amount that I wish to spend. Of course, I can see my available balance right down below here, or we can use one of these percentage options. For example, I'll go ahead and click on 50%, click on buy. And as you can see, I just bought some Ethereum at the best available price off of the order book. Now I'll show you how to place a limit order. What we'll do is we'll come back to the order panel and we'll toggle from market over to limit. A limit order will allow you to choose a price point that you wish to buy or sell an asset, but you will need the price of the asset to reach your limit price before the order fills and executes. For example, let's just imagine that I'm looking at this price action down here and I'm thinking to myself, if Ethereum retraces down to that level there, maybe I want to be a buyer. So just for fun, I'll grab a horizontal out of my drawing tools and I'll go ahead and just mark this area right here, something like that. Good enough for this demonstration. Now I can see a price point correlating to that horizontal on the y-axis of the chart, coming in at 1,912. What I would do is come down here to the order panel and type that into price, 1,912. Now we need to choose the quantity, so the amount of our available balance that we wish to put in this order. For this demonstration, I'll just go ahead and click on 50%. Once you have this order set up the way that you want it, you just simply click on buy. Now I've placed that order onto the order book. If the price of Ethereum was to retrace and get back down to this level here, it would hit my order and my order would fill and I'd be buying some Ethereum. We can find the details of that order if we come over here to open orders, make sure we're set to spot, and here's where we'll find our order that we placed on the order book. And this order will remain on the order book until it either fills or I manually cancel it. So at any point, if you want to cancel this order, you just come over here on the right hand side where it says cancel and you'd give that a click. And as you can see, I successfully removed that order off of the order book. Of course, we can use limit orders to sell our crypto as well. So for example, let's come back up here to the chart. I'll go ahead and just zoom it out slightly like so. And let's just imagine that I want to place a sell order somewhere up in this area right here. So just for fun, I'll grab a horizontal out of my tools right here. Let's go ahead and mark that little pivot on the market like so. Now we can see that there's a price point that correlates to that horizontal coming in at 2,492. And let's just imagine that I want to sell my Ethereum if the price of Ethereum gets up to that level. So I'll come down here to price and I'll type that price point in. We'll go 2,492. Now we need to choose the quantity. For this demonstration, I'll just go ahead and put 75%. And then when you have your order set up the way that you want it, you'd click on sell. And as you can see, I successfully placed that sell order onto the order book. If the price of Ethereum continues to increase to the upside and hits this level right here, this order is going to fill and I'll be selling my Ethereum. We can find the details of the order that we put on the order book if we come down here under open orders, make sure we're set to spot, and here's where you'll find the details of the order that you placed on the order book. Once again, this order will stay on the order book until we either cancel it or it fills. So at any point, if you want to cancel it, just come over here on the right hand side and click on cancel. Now I've removed that order off of the order book. So as you can see, you can be a little bit more strategic with limit orders, and sometimes you can get better entries and you can get better exits on the assets that you're looking to sell. But you do need price action to cooperate with you. So in the buying scenario, maybe price action doesn't retrace down to our buy, maybe it just continues to the upside. And of course, we'd miss out on that because our order down here never filled. Or maybe price action was to roll over, fill our order, and then just continue to the downside. And obviously that would put us at a loss. In our selling scenario, maybe price action never gets up to this area right here. Maybe it just rolls over from here and goes to the downside. So we'd still be holding onto the asset because price action failed to get up and fill our order. Or maybe price action does come up there, fill our order, but then just blasts right on through there, and then we miss out on the remainder of those gains. So a couple basic considerations when choosing to place limit orders. Now I'll show you how to set up a stop loss. To do that, we'll come back down here to our order panel and we'll toggle over to stop limit. And as you can see, you have an option to do a stop limit or a stop market. So I'll demonstrate a stop limit first. The first thing we need to do is to choose a stop price. This is going to be a price point that tells Kucoin to place a limit order to sell our coins. So let's come back up here to the chart. And let's just imagine that we want to set a stop price maybe just below this pivot point right here, perhaps below this wick here. So for fun, I'll grab a horizontal just like so. Let's go ahead and mark that wick out like this. And let's go ahead and make that our stop price. Maybe we believe that if price action starts to get down to that level, maybe at that point in time, it becomes probable that the asset's just going to continue to the downside. And maybe we want to get stopped out somewhere around there. So what we'll do is we'll come down here to stop price and we'll type that price point in. We'll go 1,827. Now we need to choose a limit price to sell our coins. So let's come back up to the chart. And let's just imagine that we want to set a limit price, maybe somewhere just below this little wick right here. So I'll go ahead and mark that with a horizontal for the purpose of visuals, something like that. Now we can see a price point on the y-axis of the chart coming in at 1,761. So what we'll do is we'll come down and we'll type that into price. So 1,761. So there's a couple things to know about this. The first thing is make sure there's enough breathing room between your sell price and your stop price. You want to make sure that if price action comes down and hits your stop price, that Kucoin has enough time to place your sell order to sell your coins. If price action is to get through these levels too quickly and gets below your sell price before Kucoin sells, this will just be simply placed as a limit order on the order book and you won't sell your coins. You'll be waiting for price action to bounce and to come back up to your sell price before you sell your coins. So you want to make sure to leave enough breathing room. Kucoin is pretty quick about getting these orders sold, so just make sure you leave enough breathing room there and don't leave anything to chance. The second thing to know is if price action was to come down, in my case here, and hit my stop price, my coins will be placed as an order to sell at 1,761 or better. So if there's a better price available on the order book when my stop price gets hit, the coins will actually sell for a higher price than what I put in as my sell price. So always make sure to leave enough breathing room between your stop price and your sell price when setting a stop limit order. So the next thing we need to do here is choose the quantity of the asset that we wish to sell. For this demonstration, I'll just go ahead and click on 100%. And then when you have the order set up the way that you want it, just simply click on sell. Now we've placed that stop limit order. So once again, if this asset was to start rolling over and hit my stop price right here, Kucoin is going to move to sell my coins for 1,761 or better if there's a better price available on the order book when my stop price gets hit. And we can find the details of our stop limit if we come down here to where it says open orders, then click on advanced orders. And here's where we can find our stop limit right here. And this will remain in place until it either gets hit or we cancel it manually. And of course, to cancel it, we just cancel it by coming over here on the right-hand side, clicking on cancel. And as you can see, I just removed my stop limit order. Now I'll show you how to use a stop market order. And these are easier than a stop limit. So we'll come right here where it says stop limit. We'll give that a click and then click on stop market. Now what we need to do is choose our stop price. So let's go ahead and come back up here to the chart, and let's just imagine that we want to use this horizontal as our stop price. We can see a price point correlating to that horizontal on the y-axis of the chart, coming in at 1,827. Let's go just a little bit below that. So we'll come down here to stop, and let's just go 1,805. Next, choose the quantity that you wish to sell if your stop price gets hit. In this case here, I'll just go 100%, and I'm going to go ahead and click on sell ETH. Now I've placed that stop market order. So in this case here, if the asset begins to roll over and comes down and hits my stop price in this area here at 1,805, my coins will simply be sold for the best available price off of the order book. We can find the details of that stop loss if we come down here next to open orders, click on advanced orders. And here's where you'll see your stop market order. That'll remain in place until we either cancel it or it gets hit. So if you need to cancel it, once again, just come over here on the right-hand side, click on cancel, and I've removed that stop market order. Now that we've gone through some different order types, I'll show you how you can save 20% on your fees. You'll find a little box right above your order panel right here. It says pay fees with KCS. You can see right here that when pay fees with KCS is enabled, you will receive a 20% discount on your current trading fees. So what you would need to do is buy some KCS and hold it on account. Then check this box right here to save 20% on your fees. Just keep in mind that KCS is a risk asset. It can move up in value and it can move down in value. If you're only going to hold it to pay fees, maybe just buy 20 bucks worth or 30 bucks, something like that. And then check this box to enable the 20% discount. To learn more about fees, you can come up here to your profile icon and then click on trading fees in this drop-down menu. And this will bring you over to the fees page. And you can see right here, pay fees with KCS and get 20% off your maker and taker orders. Maker orders are limit orders and taker orders are market orders. And as you can see, the more volume you're trading with, the more you begin to save on fees. I would suggest coming over to the fees page here and having a look at things. The fees can change, so by the time you're watching this video, perhaps the fees are different than they are when I'm recording today. So certainly worthwhile to head over to the fees page and see what the current fees are at. And there you have it, your introduction to using Kucoin. If you got some value out of that video, don't forget to leave me a like and hit subscribe. Also feel free to check out some of my other Kucoin tutorials, which I'm putting together for you in a playlist on my YouTube channel. Thanks so much for coming by and checking out this video. Looking forward to seeing you in the next one. And until I do, have yourself a powerful day.